You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
A Northport woman's home swarmed by the SWAT team by mistake. Coming up, we'll tell you why she may have been victim of a dangerous prank.
Plus, a health alert before the weekend, why the water at 4 area beaches is dangerous for swimmers.
And gator hunting season is underway, why some people say the hunt is good for the gator population. Good Morning Suncoast resumes right now. Good morning. It is Friday, May the 18th. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Webb. Thanks for waking up with us right here on Good Morning Suncoast. Got some sun today, but not so good news for the weekend. Right, John Scalzi?
Yes, we could have a kind of an uptick in our rain chances as we head into the weekend, and the possibility of some heavy rain on one of the 2 weekend days, which we'll be talking about in detail in a few minutes. Right now we have some scattered showers out in Gulf waters. Those scattered showers will continue to provide us with, well, a small chance of a morning shower, maybe a patchy bit of drizzle. Nothing really heavy, but by afternoon, most of that moves inland and becomes stronger storms. Forecast calls for a southerly wind flow to continue, and that's visible by the cloud cover that you see in its direction of motion. That pumps moisture into our area, and again, may eventually set the stage for better rain chances. As you can see, the leftover debris cloud favoring the other coast. That is exactly where most of our showers this afternoon, I think, will occur, toward the other coast and toward the south. But our rain chances today do stand at about 40%. We'll talk about the timing in just a few minutes.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Let's check the roads right now as you head out this morning. We've got nothing much to report there. A little bend on the road there at where Cortez starts to head toward downtown Bradenton. Little issue there on that elbow right there. Otherwise pretty clear in Manatee County. Farther south now, Sarasota County's northern half looking mostly clear right now. Just take care of the roads out there. A little slick, a little damp. And our final maps to the south will show us a little blip there in 41 northbound as you head from Venice toward Nokomis.
Well, a health alert this morning about unsafe beaches on the Suncoast. The water at 4 Sarasota County beaches contain high levels of bacteria that could make you sick. Our Marla Spence is live at Turtle Beach on the southern end of Siesta Key. Marla?
Good morning, Stephanie. Well, this warning is not only for swimming, but also for fishing, too. Health officials say shrimp or crabs caught at the 4 beaches are unsafe to eat because of bacteria. Now, take a look. These are the beaches that are affected. Turtle Beach, Minnesota Beach, Venice Beach, and the Venice Fishing Pier Beach. The health department issued the warning yesterday after testing the water at all 4 beaches. Test results revealed that a bacteria called Enterococcus was in all 4 beach waters. Health officials say the bacteria could have come from animal waste, stormwater runoff, or human sewage from failed septic systems. The health department says there is usually some Enterococcus bacteria in the beach water, but the levels now are just too high. Now, additional testing will be happening today, and those tests will be revealed coming up at 6:30. What the Florida Department of Health plans to do if those tests still show the waters to be unsafe. At Turtle Beach, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
So what would you do if the SWAT team suddenly descended on your home for no reason? Well, it happened to a Northport woman. It all started when police responded to what they thought was a hostage situation involving 3 masked men. But the call was fake. It was determined to be a swatting incident. That's when someone clones a phone number and then calls 911 reporting a fake crime.
Somebody's getting swatted. That's the first time I ever heard it from police officers, and they told me that it's actually coming.
The FBI, of course, is now involved in the incident, and they're working to trace down the original call.
The FBI says Southwest Florida was the target of Russian hackers back in 2016, and now $19 million is on the way to Florida to beef up election security. Congress approved it 2 months ago, but the state says they still haven't received it. The FBI says Florida remains a target. The state wants to use that $19 million on new equipment and to give employees proper training.
Today, it is the official start to gator hunting season, and here in Southwest Florida, it is big business. Just south of here in Punta Gorda, the captain for Gator Raiders, David Smith, says the biggest reason for hunting alligators is to maintain and balance the ecosystem. Now, anyone can apply for a hunting permit, but if you choose to go with him, they go hunting for the big guys.
The younger males are able to come in, get better genes, younger females, better producers, and Just makes for a much better population.
Now, of course, when you go with them, they all say that there are no guns allowed. The most popular method is by harpoon. Now, Florida Fish and Wildlife says this is the 30th year of regulated hunting with no signs of slowing down.
Speaking of gators, look at this. Flagler County deputies received a call about a resident blocking pedestrian traffic on the road there. Well, that's no resident, it's a gator. Tried to escape, but was cut off and blocked, as you can see here. Eventually, it was relocated away from that residential area. Back in this area, national honors for a Booker High School teacher. Barnes & Noble Booksellers honored college and career advisor Lem Andrews with the National Teacher of the Year Award.
He's basically the reason I'm going to college, and he's done so much for me. He's my mentor, he's my ally, he's like my biggest fan, and he deserves it, and he's helped a lot of kids, not just me.
Well, for years, Barnes & Noble has supported education in Sarasota County. In addition to free books for kids, they also serve as a book fair partner.
And another school honor here on the Suncoast. Huge congratulations go out to Pineview High School this morning in Sarasota. Now, they are ranked the #1 school in the state. #1. And that's according to U.S. News and World Report's 2018 Best High School Rankings. Two others in Sarasota also made it into the top 100 list. Riverview High School ranked in at number 69, and Suncoast Polytech High School ranked number 71. Lakewood Ranch High School in Manatee County also made the list in the top 100, coming in at number 97.
That's great. 6:06 still ahead. A big anniversary in Sarasota County.
That's right. I'm going to take you inside the Tervis Tumbler Factory in Venice for an exclusive tour and show you in just 5 steps how they're made. That's straight ahead. But first, here's a live look right now. We are actually at the Osprey store. They are the ones, this original factory store, they're celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. So we are going to be there, and we're going to take you into the factory next. But first.
Very nice. First, let's get a peek at the weekend forecast. Here's John Scalzi.
You know, I know the factory was down there. I did not know that they had a store that was open. So I have to check that out. Love me some Tervis. We're looking at some quiet conditions across the Suncoast. Currently, not a whole lot of activity going on. We've got some showers out in Gulf waters, though. Today, we see a shift into a southeasterly wind flow, which is going to favor more inland storms. All right, let me show you something you are unlikely to see in May. And that is a fire danger index that has the entire peninsula of Florida in the safe or low category. So that's a wonderful thing to see. As far as the beach goes, if you are thinking about heading there this afternoon, I think it'll be okay. We'll look for a little bit of cloudiness around and some sunshine, 80 the temperature, and mostly inland storms. Complete forecast coming up in a few.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Want to know a secret? If you're looking for the best selection of area rugs at an unbelievable price, the only place you need to look is Rugs is Art. I know what you're thinking. Expensive, right? Wrong. Rugs is Art has the largest selection of area rugs on the west coast of Florida in a variety of styles, with 8x11 area rugs starting at $199. Largest selection, personalized service, and unbelievably low prices. You'll find it all at Rugs is Art.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score. It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach. Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Now your ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Let's walk through our time periods throughout the day today, and we'll start with 9 o'clock. We'll have about a 30% chance of a scattered bit of drizzle or maybe a passing shower. Not very big chance of that. 75 our air temperature. By the time we go to noon, I think we have probably our best chance of the day coming in around, say, 11, 12, 1, 2. Of seeing some showers near the coastline. We'll put the rain chance at about 40%. Could even see a thunderstorm. However, it is really during the afternoon when the Suncoast's best chance of rainfall will occur, but it will occur in inland areas. So consequently, as we head into the 3 o'clock hour, the coastal rain chances will be going down just a little bit as everything shifts into inland locations. Inland, you probably have about a 50 to 60% chance of seeing some storminess inland later in the afternoon around 3 o'clock. And then it continues to kind of fall off as the heating of the day goes away and those showers continue to press further and further away from the coast with a 20% chance by 7 p.m. this evening. Right now, things are quiet. Morning commute should be a-okay. Few scattered showers out in the Gulf. That's really about it. Most of these showers dissipating before they get closer to us. We have some slightly drier air that's moved in. That's helped to limit the amount of showery activity that we're going to see today. Plus, and perhaps even more important, our winds have shifted from a southwesterly direction to a more southeasterly direction at the surface. And that's also helped to kind of tone down the chance of morning showers near the coast. We still have aloft a southerly flow of air that continues to pump moisture up from the south, and that could actually be kind of critical for our weekend forecast. 70 degrees air temperature, dew point coming in slightly cooler in the 60s now, 69. Southeast wind coming in at 7. 69-degree dew point is still pretty high, still feels pretty sticky, but it is a lot better than dew points in the mid-70s, which is what we had yesterday. So we have, generally speaking, this kind of southerly wind flow continuing throughout the day today. A few scattered showers near the coastline are possible through the morning, but then I think by afternoon, everything shifts inland toward the other coast. The coastal region's left with kind of a quieter day as we develop a little bit of a sea breeze. And then as we head into tomorrow, I think we're going to see a general southeasterly flow continue throughout the day. Aloft, the winds will be up out of the south, and what that will do will be to take the showers that we had on the other coast and kind of move them back toward our coast. Plus, a little area of disturbed weather down to the south in the upper atmosphere, not tropical, but in the upper atmosphere, will lift northward and perhaps enhance the amount of rain that we get within those rain chances on Sunday. So both Saturday and Sunday, we have about a 60% chance of rain showers, but on Sunday, that 60% chance could feature some heavier rainfall totals. Could be some localized flooding as well because of those heavier rainfall totals. So that's the story. Warm and humid right now. Isolated showers near the coast will be moving inland today, leaving the coast a little bit quieter, a little bit sunnier, but better weekend rain chances for everybody with potentially some heavier rain falling. Our forecast for today calls for less than half an inch most likely, and then rain chances starting to increase over the weekend, specifically down to the south. We'll look for beach and boating forecast that features the southerly wind becoming lighter. It should be a pretty nice day out on the waters, especially in the afternoon. 85 today, 40% chance of showers. Tomorrow, it jumped to 60% in the second half of the day. And then on Sunday, we'll watch for perhaps a heavier rain event. And next week, I think we'll have a couple of good rain days, but then I think we'll dry out a little bit midweek. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Let's take a look outside of your first alert traffic. Now, in Manatee County, we were having some slowdowns on 301, but most of those have all cleared up. So it's running pretty smooth there. No major delays to tell you about in Manatee County. Moving into Sarasota County, we're starting to see some backups there a little bit on Fruitville as you come off of 75. But other than that, not too much to see. There is one accident, as you can see, up in the right-hand corner right there. If we can pull on that a little bit, we can tell you what it is. It's at State Road 70. There's an accident right there at 213th Street. So on State Road 70, if you're headed eastbound, there's an accident at 213th Street. Now heading a little bit farther south in the area, if your commute takes you to Punta Gorda or even farther south, 75 and 41 are running pretty smooth at this hour. It's 6:15, and that is your first alert traffic. Well, as Tervis gets ready to celebrate a big anniversary this month, I got to go inside the factory for an exclusive tour because it's not open to the public. Now, from start to finish, I got to see how they were made and learn where exactly the name Tervis came from.
Whether you choose to express your love of seahorses, the Tar Heels, the Rays, or even the Michigan State Spartans, your own Tervis tumbler has always been one way to do it.
We are here at the Tervis headquarters in Venice, and they are one of the area's largest employers. Now, their original Osprey store is getting ready to celebrate their 50th anniversary.
Back in 1946, two engineers in Detroit hit on a big idea. They created the first permanently sealed, double-walled tumbler. As for the name Tervis, well, they took the last 3 letters from each of their names, and voila, Tervis. So how did a simple idea turn into such a popular product? One big reason, licensing. Thanks to partnering with big brands like the NFL, Star Wars, and Harley-Davidson, those tumblers became more than just another cup in your cabinet.
It's a way to express yourself. So in between these 2 walls of plastic, you have a way to express yourself, a way to start a conversation. So the licensing has been a way to really promote that and expand that, and it's been giving us a lot of success.
And success has been keeping production mostly the same over the years.
The materials changed at times, the technique has changed at times, but ultimately we've been making the cut the same way for about 72 years.
So the first step after we receive a customer's order would be the decoration process.
After the logo or the label or the decor is placed inside one cup, step 2 is a machine that simply combines the 2 cups together. Step 3 goes high-tech.
The next step in the process is the ultrasonic welding. So a robot arm will actually grab this, bring it over to the welder. The horn will come down and actually vibrate so fast, faster than the naked eye can see it, and actually fuse the 2 pieces together. That's trapping the air inside, which gives it its insulation properties.
Step 4, the packers then apply any required licenses or labels on the tumbler. Step 5, the cups are packed up and shipped. And that is how your Tervis tumbler is made.
And as part of their anniversary celebration, get this, they are hiding 50 gold Tervis tumblers, kind of like think Willy Wonka, all around the area. You can follow them on social media, Facebook or Instagram, to get clues. And every person that finds one of those, just like in Willy Wonka, gets to go and have a factory tour, and you can bring your grandpa.
Very clever publicity. So that's how Tervis is named, huh?
Yes, yeah. The 2 engineers that started it, the last 3 letters of each one come together.
Never knew that.
All right.
Great story. 6:18 still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
New details this morning of a deadly explosion in Southern California. The unexpected location and just who is responsible. We have that for you coming up. Plus, Marla?
There's a no swim advisory for 4 Sarasota County beaches. What those beaches are and what health officials say they found in the water of those beaches, that's coming up at 6:30.
But first, a peek outside at the Rosemary District. Nice morning shaping up there. Should see a high of 85 degrees today, but a 40% chance of rain. And then there's the weekend. John Scalzi has details coming up on Good Morning Suncoast.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
My California closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Go, okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back, 622. For kids, summer means the end of classes, of course, but it also means the end of free regular meals for a few months. For the 5th year in a row, All Faiths Food Bank in Sarasota County will serve meals to thousands of kids and their families through their campaign against summer hunger. And for Manatee County, the Food Bank of Manatee is also prepared to serve again thousands of meals.
When school ends, hunger does begin for those children.
The goal is to make sure that the shelves here at the food bank are filled so that we can get food out to the community during the summer.
Tonight at 6, ABC 7's Jacqueline Matter will show us the harsh reality of the summer food slump and what life can be like for those students looking to get their next meal.
Well, after giving his service to his country, a Suncoast community is giving back to him. A Navy veteran is getting ready to settle into his new home, now fully furnished, thanks to some generous community members. Oscar Juarez, now retired at the age of 44, moved to Bradenton to be closer to his family. His leg was injured during his 3rd tour of duty in Afghanistan. His real estate agent helped him find the perfect home. But when she found out that he didn't have any furniture or money to buy furniture, she went on a mission of her own.
I put a note out for everybody, bulk email through Wagner Realty to please, anybody have any furniture or anything they can donate to please let us know. So they, the response was overwhelming.
It definitely says a lot about the city that I've now moved in, that I chose to plant roots and stay. Everyone just showing to be very friendly, very kind, very hospitable, and just very loving.
And this story gets even better. Now, the seller herself is also a veteran. She was part of the process. She lowered the price of the home and is even covering the closing costs, so Juarez can now afford to move in. Well, we are hearing new details this morning about a deadly explosion at a medical office building in Southern California.
Police arrested the victim's ex-boyfriend, but not for the actual bombing. ABC's Candace Gibson explains.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the son of the woman killed in that California day spa explosion is speaking out for the first time.
A lot of this is still very
raw and still really hard to process for everybody.
Authorities now charging the spa owner's ex-boyfriend, Stephen Beal, with possession of an unregistered destructive device. Authorities allegedly removed 130 pounds of explosives and a 7-foot-tall rocket from his Long Beach home. Beal, a rocket hobbyist, telling authorities he had not touched the rocket building material since 2004. He's not named as a suspect or person of interest in the bombing. Authorities say the investigation continues into the deadly blast, which also injured 2 spa customers. The package exploding upon opening, and we'll have the very latest on the investigation coming up at 7 o'clock. With your GMA First Look, I'm Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
Living healthy is a balancing act. That's why I love Light and Fit Greek non-fat yogurt. Each delicious cup contains 12 grams of protein and 80 calories. It's nutrition that fits my healthy life. Light and Fit, do what fits you.
Get set for summer at Kohl's with what your family needs under $10. Stock up on tees, tanks, and polos under $10. Sandals start at just $14.99. And refresh your patio with 40 to 50% off. Plus get Kohl's Cash. This weekend only at Kohl's.
I'll never find a safe used car.
Start at thenewcarfax.com.
Show me minivans with no reported accidents.
Boom.
Love it. Show me the Carfax.
Start your used car search at theallnewcarfax.com.
Family taco night is a heartburn night you can plan for, but surprise pizza at the office means heartburn you didn't expect. Zantac works when you need it. It relieves or prevents heartburn in as little as 30 minutes and lasts up to 12 hours. Zantac. Eat your way, treat your way.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today.
Call 800-457-2317.
Go online or visit a Target store today.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC 7 News app. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
The countdown is underway. The royal wedding is about 24 hours away from now. New details about the big role that Prince Charles will now be playing.
The biggest mall in the country is coming to Florida. We'll tell you which county just approved this major complex.
And a health alert that you need to know today, why the water at some area beaches may be dangerous for swimmers. Those stories plus your first alert forecast. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now. Good morning to you. It is 6:30 on this Friday, May 18th. I'm Stephanie Webb.
I'm Ray Collins. I want to ask Professor Scalzi if the beach closings is due to the rain we just had.
Oh, good question. Good question.
Not an easy answer, I imagine, John.
Well, that, of course, will be solved by the people who are investigating that. But it's frequently the case that we get some heavy rainfall that produces the runoff that takes surface affluent and pushes it into the waters, and that creates a problem. So that would be my guess, but of course we'll wait for the official determination. Becky in Omayaka, 63 degrees, picked up a ½ inch of rain. Cooper in central Sarasota, 70 degrees, picked up a ¼ inch as well. And Richard in Northport, 68 degrees there, picked up about a ½ inch of rain, but the week today total over 4 inches of rain, which definitely could have exacerbated that beach closing problem. We're looking at some scattered showers out in the Gulf. Not a whole lot over land. I think the morning commute is A-OK. We still have that southerly flow of air, though. You can see that with a little bit of a westerly component at times. So we're still pumping up the moisture across the peninsula. We're still setting the stage for a few scattered showers, though they'll be kind of few and far between. And most of the cloud cover, I think, will end up just as it does in this image, which is over on the other coast. And that's because that's where the focus of showers will be today. First along our coast with about a 30% chance of a shower by 9 a.m., 40% by 12 noon. Then things start to shift inland just a little bit, and we start to reduce coastal rain chances to about 30% by 3 p.m., while inland rain chances probably spike out at about 60% this afternoon. We'll have the complete forecast for the weekend, which could be kind of wet, coming up in just a few.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Here's a live look at Tervis Tumblers. They mark their 50th anniversary. Our live camera is down in Osprey this morning for a big ceremony going on there.
That is right. They're doing a lot of celebrations. They're going to be introducing some new products. It's kind of interesting how they've actually been able to make their business work. And the key, they told me earlier, was in the licensing, teaming up with the NFL and Major League Baseball and things like that. That's what's made them so unique over the years.
We also learned how Tervis got the name today, the last three letters of each of the founders' last names.
Who said you can't learn things on a Friday?
Cotter and Davis equals Tervis.
There you go.
All right, let's check the roads right now. First off, in Manatee County, we'll find out that there are some delays on 301 southbound, also 14th Street west southbound around State Road 70. Let's go farther south now and check the roads in the northern half of Sarasota County, and we'll find out a little blip there at the at Mound, where it is near 301. Also just popped up there at State Road 70, an accident at 213th Street. If you're up in that direction, be aware of that. Let's go farther south now and check the roads in our southern viewing area. Another issue there on I-75. Let's click on that unusual looking icon and find out there's some debris in the northbound road on I-75 at exit 193, which is Jacaranda Boulevard. So be aware of that. That could surprise you if you're going northbound from our southern viewing area. Otherwise, all clear right now at 6:33.
Well, this morning, a no-swim advisory is in effect for 4 area beaches. Water quality tested resulted in some pretty alarming results. High levels of bacteria.
Yeah, the warning includes from north to south now Turtle Beach, Venice Beach, the Fishing Pier area, Manasota Key Beach. Marla Spence is live at Turtle Beach in South Siesta Key. Marla, take it away.
Good morning, guys. Today, the Florida Department of Health will release its water quality test results to determine if the water is safe for beachgoers. Now, water quality tests performed on yesterday on all 4 beaches showed high level of Enterococcus bacteria. Now, there are signs posted warning people not to swim or engage in any water activity. The bacteria in the water can make people sick, and people who are young, elderly, or who have weak immune systems can get stomach or intestinal sickness penises if they swallow water while swimming. Also, if water comes in contact with a cut or a sore, people can get infections or rashes. The health department says the bacteria is mostly caused by human or animal waste. Beachgoers are reminded anytime they visit a beach nearby to pick up after their animals and to make sure they keep their kids who might be in diapers from going in the water. I'm Marla Spence reporting live in Sarasota for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Marla. Well, the erosion on Lido Beach has gone from bad to worse. Recent storms washed away even more of the sand on the southern end of the beach. Now, guests of one resort say they have a hard time simply walking down the beach without having to go in the water. Some say this is the worst that they have ever seen.
I had no idea that the problem here was as bad as it is. All of this happened pretty much this weekend with the storm that came through, and that wasn't a big storm. What if a hurricane comes through?
It's concerning a great deal because the beach is our livelihood. We've been in rental business since this place was built in 1949-50.
These erosion issues at Lido Beach are on the city of Sarasota's radar. The short-term plan is to have an emergency re-nourishment project in the coming months where sand is going to be taken from New Pass. Now, the long-term plan there is to dredge sand from Big Pass next to Siesta Key. Now, opponents to that have sued to stop that particular project, but a judge recently ruled in favor of Lido Key.
New details now about the city of Bradenton Beach suing 6 former advisory board members, claiming they violated sunshine laws by trying to form a shadow government. Former Mayor Jack Clark and the city attorney were the whistleblowers against these former members. In their lawsuit, they say 3 former members of the Planning and Zoning Board formed an outside group that met several times to discuss city issues. Now, paralegal consultant Michael Barfield, who also works for the ACLU, he says the city has since spent about $150,000 in attorney's fees, partly to research nearly a year of public meetings and emails to see if these secret meetings influenced any city decisions.
Cleaning up sunshine law violations is costly because it is like a cancer to any form of government that we know.
There was ways that they could have taken care of this early on. There may have been some repercussions, but they certainly would have not have been dragged out this far, this long, and at this cost to the citizens of the Bradenton Beach.
The city's legal counsel says there are depositions scheduled later this month, and they are pushing for a trial by the end of the summer or early fall.
Well, it's all about staying safe on the water. Sarasota police are teaming up with Florida Fish and Wildlife to take part in a boating safety inspection day. Officers will be at the 10th Street boat ramp to perform safety checks on boats if you're in need. The free event is open to the public. It's tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
New developments now about the Miami-Dade County approving plans to build what could become the largest shopping mall in the country. There it is, American Dream Miami, a mega complex packed with shopping, entertainment, an amusement park. It could be the biggest of its kind in the country. This enormous complex is a $4 billion development. It's near the Turnpike and I-75 in northwest Dade County. It would create at least 14,000 jobs. But not everyone thinks it's a good fit for the county. Some people think there would cause too much traffic and it would hurt the environment as well. American Dream is set to open by the year 2020.
Well, the countdown is on to the royal wedding. I know Ray, for one, cannot wait.
Oh, yeah.
Right around 24 hours left until they say I do. Final preparations are underway this morning as millions around the globe gear up to watch. Now, new this morning, we now know who will be walking Meghan down the aisle. It will be her soon-to-be father-in-law, Prince Charles. ABC's Maggie Rulli has all the hype from Windsor Castle.
I just love them. From die-hard royal fans camping out for days.
Look, you've met Harry.
I met him twice. To first-timers.
Prince Harry and Meghan.
It seems like everyone has caught royal fever.
You guys all look fabulous.
Final preparations for the big day are underway. The royal couple arriving to Windsor Thursday, part of a long, full day of rehearsals.
We're watching every foot, and nothing must slide. It must be perfect.
The cake is baking.
So it tastes delicious, I hope, I think.
and the two families are meeting. Meghan has announced that her dad will not be at the wedding due to medical issues, but Meghan's mom, Doria Ragland, has already met the in-laws, the groom's father, Prince Charles, and Camilla for tea. She also met Prince William and Kate, and today she's meeting the Queen.
I'm sure the Queen found it hugely exciting to meet Doria. She'll have heard a lot about her, and learning more about her granddaughter-in-law will be very much a part of what would interest the Queen.
As the families prepare, so does the public.
You can buy pretty much anything with Harry and Meghan's face on it, from flags to t-shirts, even the face of royalty itself. Store owners say they are flying off the shelves.
Local experts say all those memorabilia sales and extra tourism could boost the economy by nearly $1.5 billion. And it was just announced that Prince Charles will be walking Meghan down the aisle. She asked the prince if he would stand beside her on her big day, and he said he'd be pleased to welcome Miss Markle into the royal family in this way. Maggie Rulli, ABC News at Windsor Castle.
And of course, ABC News will have live coverage of the royal wedding from beginning to end. Robin Roberts and David Muir, they're going to be anchoring a special report tomorrow morning starting at 5 a.m. and I will text you, Ray, all of the details moment by moment as it begins.
Let me know how it goes.
Okay. All right, still to come on Good Morning Suncoast.
Developing overnight, shots fired at the Trump National Golf Resort in Miami. We'll have the story when we come back.
But first, here is a live look at Windsor Castle. Oh, the hubbub that's today. Of course, the big announcement this morning from Kensington Palace that Prince Charles will be walking Meghan down the aisle. All kinds of activity going on there today.
Yeah, the father-in-law getting involved.
Yeah.
Let's get the local forecast for the weekend, John Scalzi.
Amazing place. So I've got the rain box checked here on our drive time commute. But really, like I say, like I wanted to do yesterday morning, just kind of half check that box, if you will, because the rain chance is not that great, and it's not going to be a heavy rain. If you get any, it'll be a passing bit of drizzle. So watch for mid-70s as you head out the door. But on the way home, especially if you're commuting to or from inland locations, why there you could see some pretty good storms building. All area airport hubs running on time according to the FAA. Complete forecast details in a sec.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Peterson Toyota of Sarasota offers hundreds of models to choose from. And now you can take your shopping experience to the next level with SRQ Plus. You'll love its added benefits exclusively at Peterson Toyota of Sarasota or toyotaofsarasota.com.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Taking period by through the day, we're looking at a 9 a.m. temperature of about 75 degrees, and we will have a chance at a shower, but it won't be a very big one. It'll be mostly near the coastline and really to the south, but you know, we have a chance at seeing a little patchy drizzle or maybe a quick passing shower. Nothing heavy, no great totals for that period. But by the time we get to noon, we'll double our rainfall chance just about, and that will be because it'll be the best time to see some coastal rainfall and maybe even a thunderstorm as we start to develop the daytime heating and starts to act on all the moisture that we have going on across the state. But then as we head into what would normally be our prime time for shower and thunderstorm activity, we'll reduce our rain chance near the coast because these morning, early afternoon showers will be pushing further and further inland away from the coast, and that's a trend that'll carry us into the evening hours as well, when it should be a pretty nice evening, I think, for most residents along the coast. Now, inland, Hardy, DeSoto counties, your rain chances going up in the later afternoon to probably 60% or better, and those showers that build there will be moving further away into Highlands County. Quiet right now on radar. Like I say, I think it should be a pretty decent morning commute. We've got a few clouds out in Gulf waters and a few showers there as well. Boaters, take note of that. Those, I think, will be in the process of inching a little bit closer to the coast by around the noontime hour. A little bit of cloud cover around, but also some peaks into the sunshine as we head into dawn this morning. So I think we'll warm up nicely. We're at 70 right now with a dew point lower than yesterday, making it feel just a little bit more comfortable. Coming in at about 69. Mix of sun and clouds, I think, as we head into the morning with a southeast wind at about 7. That easterly component to the southeast wind is key to the weekend forecast. Here's why. Futurecast shows today we develop a little bit of a sea breeze, and after a chance at maybe a few coastal showers in the morning, we start to see the influence of that sea breeze pushing everything into inland areas, and that's where the best chance of rain will be. But with that easterly wind establishing itself tomorrow, thanks to the big ridge of high pressure out in the Atlantic building, we'll watch the showers that kind of built near the coastline be pushed further back toward the other coast as we head into the weekend. In addition to that, a little area of disturbed weather in the upper levels of the atmosphere down to the south, non-tropical, will lift northward, enhancing rainfall chances on Sunday. And we'll be watching how this forecast evolves and how the atmosphere takes shape to see whether or not we might have a heavy rainfall event on Sunday. It's a possibility that we'll be monitoring and, of course, revising the forecasts throughout the weekend. Warm and humid, isolated showers today near the coast, move inland in the afternoon, and better rain chances as we head into the weekend as those showers shift direction and move from inland areas back to the coast. South wind at about 5 to 10. Not a bad day for boating, actually, after we get rid of these morning rain shower chances. I think the afternoon will be pretty nice out there on the water. 40% today, tomorrow 60%, and then on Sunday monitoring for the chance of some stronger storms perhaps. And then as we head into the week ahead, we'll look for a couple of wet days, but then maybe some midweek drying. Back to you.
John, let's take a look outside to some of that first alert traffic out there. We're starting to see some of our normal pickups that we usually see right around this time. 301 heading into Bradenton is starting to get a little bit slowed down there. State Road 70, there's a couple delays on that one right before 301. And then again, as you're heading a little bit farther out towards the beaches. Then in Sarasota County, those roads aren't looking too bad. A couple slowdowns that are pretty normal for around this time of the day. Right at University Parkway as you're coming off of 75, that's starting to get a little bit backed up. Now, if your commute takes you a little bit farther south into the area, it's looking pretty decent. We do have one spot to tell you right there on 75. On I-75 northbound, there was actually some debris on the road right by exit 193, which is Jacaranda Boulevard. So again, if you're heading north on I-75, you're coming up from like Port Charlotte, there is some debris on the northbound side of the road right by exit 193, which is Jacaranda Boulevard. And that is your first alert traffic.
Reports of shots fired at the Trump National Golf Resort in Doral in South Florida. Officers say the shooter is now in custody and there are no victims. They're looking for a motive into why the shots were fired in the first place. No word yet if the shooter was a guest at the club.
Well, Memorial Day, and of course, it is the unofficial kickoff of the summer travel season, and the TSA is bracing for what they say will be another record-breaking travel season. More than 200 million are expected to pass through security checkpoints, and that's just between Memorial Day and Labor Day. The agency says it's increased officers at checkpoints by more than 600 since the beginning of the year, and they expect that that number could be rising to another 1,000 officers before the peak of this year's summer travel season.
I hate when you wait in line and you see 10 guys talking in TSA. Like, help this line move faster for us.
I'm going to be nice to the TSA, so I move right through that line and don't have any extra pat-downs. I love you, TSA.
I thought you liked the pat-downs. Still ahead, your top 7 before 7.
And that, of course, includes a look at our weekend forecast and first alert traffic.
You didn't deny it, did you? There's a shot of Sarasota Bay and Longboat Key. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7.
Get to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota for big savings on new Ram trucks. The Ram 1500 has been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy for 6 years in a row. And right now, get the all-new redesigned 2018 Ram Quad Cab for as little as $23,999. Or save big and get up to $12,400 off a new Ram Bighorn Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC 7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on MySuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at MySuncoast.com/dining. ABC 7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
It is 6:53, and here's your top 7 before 7.
First off, the first alert forecast from meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, your out-the-door forecast features, well, what you need to take, and that's an umbrella and sunglasses, because you'll need them both today, I think. Plus our First Alert weather app, as we may see some fairly heavy weather over the course of the weekend. Warm, humid today, mostly inland showers. And remember, take our First Alert weather app with you all weekend long, and we're on social media. Back to you.
All right, number 2, checking First Alert traffic. Some slowdowns there on 301 southbound as you cross over State Road 70. Otherwise, all clear right now. On to number 3.
All right, there's a no swim advisory in effect for 4 area beaches. There's been some bacteria, that's high levels of bacteria found. You can find the list on mysuncoast.com.
Number 4, American Dream Miami was approved in Miami-Dade County yesterday. It would be the largest mega mall nationwide. It'll open in the year 2020.
Number 5, Ray's favorite story of the day. In new royal wedding news, Prince Charles, he is going to be the one to walk Meghan Markle down the aisle tomorrow. Kensington Palace just announced it this morning. The royal wedding, of course, is now about 24 hours away. Coverage starts at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning right here on ABC 7.
And number 6, the Bolts have tied the series 2-2. Last night's score 4-2. Next game is tomorrow night at 7:10 back in Tampa. Let's go Bolts.
And number 7, you guys, it is certified fresh by Rotten Tomatoes. Deadpool 2 is now officially in theaters, dripping with some of the best sarcastic humor ever written in a movie. Josh Brolin is ripped. He's starring as the brutal time-traveling mutant Cable. I'm going to go over here and talk to John Scalzi about this.
Yes.
Because Ray does not share our love of like superhero and movies like this. But I'm telling you, and John, back me up, this is really funny, well-written movies. Deadpool movies are really funny.
Well, they are very popular, so I guess it's just me.
Yeah, they're pretty funny. They're well written, and I think a lot of people like them. So I think that it'll do well. I just want to mention that we do have a chance at seeing some stronger storms possibly on Sunday, not necessarily severe, but some very heavy rain that could lead to some potential flooding. So you'll want to stay tuned to our news and make sure you get updates on that, and the First Alert weather app, and mysuncoast.com, and Facebook and
And make sure you have those push notifications on so you get all of the weather alerts over the weekend.
That's right. And we're looking ahead toward next week. Potentially, there could be something brewing in the tropics. So this will be a great week to get your hurricane kit together, as hurricane season is pretty close.
Oh, boy. All right, folks, with all that, have a good weekend somehow along the way. And there's a shot outside our studio at Sarasota Bay and Longboat Key.
And Good Morning America is straight ahead. Thanks for watching ABC 7.